This is Augustana Sportscene, a weekly update on Viking athletics at South Dakota's largest private college. Enjoy the action and excitement of NCAA Division II athletics at Augustana.
Hi everybody, and welcome to another edition of Augustana Sportscene. I'm Bill Gross, Director of Athletics at Augustana College. On this week's show, we're going to feature some exciting action as we spin our Augustana Sports Update. We'll also talk Augustana men's basketball with Coach Tom Billiter and women's basketball with Coach Dave Krauth. A little later in the program, in our Augustana Sports Focus, we'll catch up with outstanding Augustana women's basketball player Molly Hayes. And we'll take a look at what's ahead on the Augustana sports calendar for this week. It's going to be a great show, so let's get the action rolling. Here comes Augustana Sports Update for this week.
Augustana Sports Update is brought to you by Schoenemann's.
Last Friday night, Coach Dave Krauth's Augustana women's basketball team edged the University of Mary 76-74 at the Elman Center. After a 35-35 score at halftime, the game stayed tight right to the final horn. But with Mary up 72-71 in the final minute, Alex Feeney canned a huge three-pointer to put the Vikings up for good. Molly Hayes led Augustana with 25 points, with Megan Doyle adding 15 and Alex Feeney 12. Tessa Wilka hauled down 9 rebounds. Then against Northern State, the Vikings used a 14-4 run at the end of the game to defeat the Wolves 71-62. Megan Doyle had 17 points, Alex Feeney 14, and Molly Hayes 12. Feeney collected 8 rebounds, with Tessa Wilka claiming 7. The Augustana ladies are now 10-1 overall and 3-1 in the NSIC. In men's basketball, Coach Tom Billiter's team knocked off the University of Mary 68-55 at the Elman Center. The Vikings pushed out to a 33-20 halftime lead on their way to the victory. Cody Schilling paced the offensive attack with 19 points, with Cameron McCaffrey tallying 12 and Leif Nomland 10. Nate Truax grabbed 8 rebounds. Then against Northern State, the Vikings got out to a 39-33 halftime lead on their way to a 90-85 victory. Cameron McCaffrey paced Augustana with 27 points. Freshman Trevor Haas added 17 points as he nailed 5 three-pointers. Cody Schilling added 16 points. Derek Bizeau led the Vikings to a 37-33 rebound advantage as he collected 9 rebounds. The Augustana men are now 5-3 on the season and 2-2 in the NSIC. In wrestling, Coach Jason Reitmeyer's team rolled over Northwestern College 42-0 in Orange City, Iowa. The Vikings, ranked number 3 in NCAA Division II, were led by pins from Gavin Nelson at 165 pounds and Ty Copsey at 197. Austin Carmichael notched a win by technical fall at 157. And the honors came rolling in last week for the Augustana athletic program. Here's the list. Augustana Junior cross-country standout Tom Carbo was selected to represent his home country of Norway last Sunday in the European Cross-Country Championships in Portugal. Tom was one of 6 athletes chosen by Norway to compete for their country in the championship. Augustana senior cross-country standout Matt Braithwaite was named the recipient of the NCAA's Elite 88 Award for men's cross-country. The award is presented to the student athlete with the highest cumulative grade point average who competed in the NCAA championships. Matt, a biology pre-medicine major, has a perfect 4.0 GPA and is the first student athlete in Augustana history to earn the award. Augustana senior defensive lineman Brady MacGyver has been chosen to play in the Cactus Bowl Division II All-Star game in Kingsville, Texas on January 7th. And after leading Augustana to a school record 11 wins, head coach Mike Aldrich was named Region 5 Coach of the Year. Congratulations to all these individuals for these outstanding accomplishments. That's our sports update for this week. When we come back, we'll talk Augustana men's basketball with Coach Tom Billiter. Stay with us.
Augustana Sportscene is brought to you by Sanford Health, improving the human condition, by Schoenemann's, your trusted building center since 1888, and by Mid-Continent Communications, part of your community.
At Schoenemann's, our staff's expertise goes far beyond hardware. In fact, we know just how important your home is to you and are committed to making every project a success. So, whether you're just adding some color to your life or adding on for your growing family, Schoenemann's can help. Sure, we know you can pick up nails just about anywhere, but when it's expert advice you need, you'll find it only at Schoenemann's.
You can always do it right with Schoenemann's.
A message from the Better Bundle Bureau. Bundle blunders. They're on the rise as more people get blunderized by the supposed savings. However, in head-to-head tests, most bundles burst, leaving customers shortchanged and under-entertained. But not the $79 Theater DVR Suite and Midconet Preferred Broadband Bundle. Lightning-fast Midconet Broadband and digital cable chock full of freebies. Get the $79 Theater DVR Suite and Midconet Preferred Broadband Bundle and avoid the bundle blunder.
How do you hold a moment? Keep friends and family close. Witness the passage of time. Replay the glory days. Relive magical nights. Create memories to share. How do you capture a lifetime? One picture at a time. Life Touch. Photography for a lifetime.
I love learning.
I believe in service. I am full of passion.
I embody sportsmanship.
I trust in my resourcefulness.
I like balance.
That's why I chose it.
I chose.
I chose.
I chose.
I chose.
I chose Division II.
We call it the pioneer spirit. Always pushing a little farther. Always seeking something better. Today's pioneers still have it. We're creating something new. Something that will transform lives worldwide, that will redefine healthcare. We're doing it for you, with you. The pioneer spirit still lives, right here. The new Sanford Health.
The Augustana Men's Basketball Report is brought to you by Sanford Health.
Joining me now is Augustana men's basketball coach Tom Billiter. Well, Tom, it was a great win here this afternoon at the Elman Center as the Vikings knocked off Northern State. That followed a big win on Friday night against the University of Mary. So 2 huge victories for the Vikings. Let's back up first and talk about a great basketball game for your team against Mary on Friday night.
Yeah, I thought there were a couple good things. We were really ready to play. Our kids did a great job executing the game plan, and our staff just did a great job preparing us for that. And then I thought what happened during the game, you know, we got a lead early, and it's easy to give that up and have teams. How many times do you see a team get down 18-3 and then just come roaring back and you tighten up and what have you? Well, they came roaring back. Yep. Cut that thing to 45-40 in the second half, and I was kind of nervous that we were going to tighten up, and our guys just said, nah, this ain't going to happen tonight. And we got that thing right back to 9, and before you knew it, we were up 15-16 most second half, and they ended up hitting one at the end to cut it to 13. And they're a very good basketball team. They're a very good team. Moody's a great player. Wilhelm's a great shooter. Erdman's a great player, but I thought we did a pretty good job defensively on Erdman this time. He has killed us the last couple of years. Wilhelm got some looks and made some tough shots, and Moody is Moody. He's just a fantastic player. But good team effort. Ethan Tomford didn't show in the box score as much as he did on the floor defensively, and really helped us. And you know, we got some good play from everybody, which really helped.
Yeah, you know, you mentioned Ethan, and what was obvious, I think, to fans that watched the game was the great team effort by the Vikings. Of course, we've been hearing all along, you know, okay, who's going to score besides Cam and Cody, you know, and we had really a mix of guys kind of step up, you know, and that was really fun to watch.
And I thought our bigs stepped up. You know, Leif Nolan got some key hits, and Nate hit a 3, and Derek DeZale just had a great weekend. And it was funny, we just come out of the locker room, obviously we just played, and you know, I really complimented Ethan and Trevor, because I thought, you know, Friday night was Ethan, even though he wasn't as many points defensively, he did a great job. I thought, you know, obviously tonight was Trevor with 17 points off the bench. And, you know, our box score reflected last year's, you know, in terms of 18 assists, 13 turnovers. We outshot them at the free throw line. We out-rebounded them. We shot 48% from the floor, 49%. So, you know, those are the box scores that we need in order to continue to become the team that I think we're going to be. But I love our guys. I love our young guys. They're getting better. Practices are great, you know, now that we're getting healthy. That's really helped us, and, you know, we're going the right direction.
Well, these were sure fun games to watch, Coach. And the Northern game here, You mentioned Trevor, and you know, he showed it early in you know, in an exhibition game, but man, he got the threes going.
Well, a big one was we were up 3, and they went to zone on and out of bounds, and we keep our zone offense pretty basic for those reasons. So if anybody's going to throw a zone, we've got like 3 things we can do out of it. And we went right to it, and Trevor, as a freshman, went right to where he was supposed to be, and we found him, and his feet were set. And, you know, as a coach, those are big calls. You know, you put a zone in. You know how many, you did it for many years. You always go to zone, and you always seems like they always hit that 3, at least against us. And, you know, it was kind of fun to be on the other side of one because thought our kids handled that, and it kind of was a shot in the arm along with Adam Paterka's first half, couple of baskets, and you know, just a good team effort against a very good Northern State team. They're going to be really good. Their young players are fantastic.
Well, you mentioned a number of guys, you know, and we don't want to miss anybody from Nate Truax to, you mentioned Adam Paterka, you know, Chad Hederman.
Derek DeZeo had a great weekend.
Derek had a great weekend, but you know, another guy, Leif Nolan, boy,
yeah,
he had a good, solid.
And how about him hitting those free throws, you know, tonight, you know, and I still go back to something, you know, he learned his line, he stepped right up. He wanted the ball in his hands. So, you know, that was a good thing to see. And then, you know, when we can get 27 out of Cam and we can get 17 out of Cody or vice versa, we're good, you know. And tonight was the first time those two have really gotten going at the same time, and that really, you know, can show you what can happen. But when you have Trevor out there hitting all those shots, you can't help off anybody, you know. And so if we can continue to get our bench play the way it is, that's going to really help Cam and Cody.
Well, a couple super victories, Coach, and this coming weekend, the Vikings back on the road at Minnesota Crookston and Minnesota State Moorhead. Talk about those games.
It's awful dangerous games. First of all, you go, you know, pretty far. We have finals the day of our game, you know. Right. So I mean, our kids. And I'm not making excuses. I'm actually going to attack that and use that as a positive. We're gonna practice hard and short, and we're going to get ready. And, you know, everybody wants to beat us. You know, we've been one of the better teams the last 3 years, and everybody owes us, and everybody wants to beat us. So don't think those aren't trap games. I've got young kids. They're finally done with finals. They're thinking about going home for a week, which the NCAA makes us do. And I'm just, you know, we're going to be really ready to play, and we're going to start talking about that about 12 minutes ago, because we already did in the locker room. We addressed all of those things.
Yeah. Well, Coach, the Vikings came back strong here. We're 2-2 in the NSIC now. We're 5-3 overall. Keep things rolling.
Yep. Thanks, Bill.
The Augustana Women's Basketball Report with Coach Dave Krauth is next.
You may have met one. The teachers who challenge. The ones who motivate. The ones who can fire imagination. The ones, in short, that you'll find at Augustana. Now, maybe you don't believe that one college could have so many great professors. If so, you're in for an education. Augustana.
At Schoenemann's, our staff's expertise goes far beyond hardware. In fact, we know just how important your home is to you and are committed to making every project a success. So, whether you're just adding some color to your life or adding on for your growing family, Schoenemann's can help. Sure, we know you can pick up nails just about anywhere, but when it's expert advice you need, you'll find it only at Schoenemann's.
You can always do it right with Schoenemann's.
Uber fan here, check this out. I'm on campus, right? And I overhear this dude say the games are gonna be on TV now! A new network, Mid-Coast Sportsnet. All local sports, all the time! I mean, every matchup, every rivalry, and I'm like, yeah, baby! I'm fist pumping him, I'm chest bumping him, might have kissed him on the lips. Anyway, every local game that matters only on Mid-Continent. It's totally awesome! Because I really can't go on campus for a while. Mid-Coast Sportsnet, coming at you live!
Discover German engineering and premium style in the Jetta at Graham Automotive. Starting at $15,995, the all-new 2011 Jetta has arrived. Completely redesigned, making it the largest car in its class. The all-new Jetta for 2011 includes Volkswagen's scheduled carefree maintenance. Graham Automotive and Volkswagen invite you to test drive the new 2011 Jetta today.
Graham Automotive for the ride of your life.
We call it the pioneer spirit. Always pushing a little farther. Always seeking something better. Today's pioneers still have it. We're creating something new. Something that will transform lives worldwide, that will redefine healthcare. We're doing it for you, with you. The pioneer spirit still lives, right here, the new Sanford Health.
The Augustana Women's Basketball Report is brought to you by Mid-Continent Communications.
With me now is Augustana women's basketball coach Dave Krauth. Well, Dave, it's Sunday afternoon. We're right after the Vikings' big win here over Northern State. But before we talk about that one, we're going to back up and talk a little bit about Friday night. The Vikings took on the University of Mary. Very good basketball team here at the Elman Center. Entertaining game all the way to the wire. Augustana came out on top, 76-74.
We've had, it just seems like all of our games over the last couple of years have been just about like that with them. We kind of, very similar teams. We do a lot of similar things. They did zone us more than I expected, and you know, we hit some threes, and as it turned out, of course, just enough. And then, you know, got a big one from Alex Feeney at the end of the game, and we're able to come out on top.
Yeah, and a great game for Molly Hayes. She had 25 points. Seems like she was all over the place.
Yeah, and she's just a tough, gritty kid that you know, has got her nose in there. We played with you know, 3 kids with 4 fouls, a lot of minutes in the second half, and she was one of them. And she's always on the ball, and so you know, maybe we ought to protect her a little bit more once in a while, or protect her from herself, because she just can't stop. But a heck of a game, and she's a leader for us.
Yeah, she did a great job. It's a tremendous win for the Vikings against a solid Mary team. Then here, the weather canceled us on, or postponed us, I guess is the right word, on Saturday night. Came back here on Saturday afternoon, and another good ball game against Northern State, a big, tall Northern team. The Vikings came out on top, 71-62.
In Northern, you know, it's really almost the opposite of a Mary or a Mankato. I would, you know, they'd be similar teams to us, but Northern uses their size, and they really pound you inside. They're solid, a very veteran team now, and you know, I've been impressed watching their games on tape. And it's one of those where we weren't perfect, but we held our own and held our own on the boards against a team that I was a little worried, because that's not a strength of ours.
Well, and last week on the show we talked about what you felt maybe was the focus for the Vikings, and you mentioned rebounding. You did a pretty good job this weekend, Dave.
Yeah, overall I was not you know, disappointed, particularly, you know, against Northern here. Just didn't give them offensive rebounds, which they'll pound you inside and the offensive rebound, and when you limit those, then you give yourself a chance, and we took advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah, it was the usual suspects, of course. Molly Hayes, we mentioned, Megan Doyle, Alex Feeney with some big baskets, but Tessa Wilka came up with a nice weekend here and made some big plays.
And, you know, she does a lot of little things for us. She's a veteran player, again, very long-armed, and rebounds well, and blocked some shots, all of that, and then had been struggling from three-point range and hit 2 big ones down the stretch here against Northern.
Well, after the big wins this weekend, it's back on the road for the Vikings. It's finals week at Augie. And on Friday night, we play at Minnesota Crookston, and on Saturday at Minnesota State Moorhead.
Both very solid teams. Moorhead has really started off with, I think, 3 road wins. I mean, they're 3-0 after the first couple weeks, and all on the road. And they're just another good team that you know, is just going to be tough. And been tough on us. Mm-hmm. Crookston is a real solid club, and I think sometimes gets overlooked because some of their other programs aren't quite as strong. But their women's team is very good, so we'll have our hands full both nights. We'll start with Crookston and see if we can't, you know, get something done there. We had a good game with them last year, but we're going to have our hands full both nights.
Well, Dave, the Vikings are 10-1, 3-1 in the NSIC, so go get a couple more this weekend. Good luck.
Thanks, Bill.
Up next, Augie Sports Focus. Stay with us.
We call it the pioneer spirit. Always pushing a little farther. Always seeking something better. Today's pioneers still have it. We're creating something new. Something that will transform lives worldwide, that will redefine healthcare. We're doing it for you, with you. The pioneer spirit still lives, right here. The new Sanford Health.
They're not that easy to come by. The teachers who engage us. The truly gifted ones. The ones whose words stay with us for days, or even years. The odds are you'll only know a few of them. Unless you go to Augustana. Then your chances are greatly improved. Augustana.
How do you hold a moment? friends and family close. Witness the passage of time. Replay the glory days. Relive magical nights. Create memories to share. How do you capture a lifetime? One picture at a time. Life Touch. Photography for a lifetime.
Uber fan here, and this is my sportscaster audition. Today in Today in local sports. Today in local sports. Today in local sports, and that's the news. I'm missing a page. Today in local sports. It's too loud. Okay. Uber fan for Midcoast Sportsnet. Every key matchup, every local rivalry, only on Mid-Continent, coming at July. Baby. It's harder than it looks.
At Schoenemann's, our staff's expertise goes far beyond hardware. In fact, we know just how important your home is to you and are committed to making every project a success. So, whether you're just adding some color to your life or adding on for your growing family, Schoenemann's can help. Sure, we know you can pick up nails just about anywhere, but when it's expert advice you need, you'll find it only at Schoenemann's.
You can always do it right with Schoenemann's.
Augustana Sports Focus is brought to you by Schoenemann's.
Joining me now is outstanding Augustana women's basketball player Molly Hayes. Molly, great to have you here on Augustana Sportscene. Got a lot to talk about here on the show, and we want to begin by going backwards a little bit. You had a great high school career in Harrisburg. It was time to make a decision on where to go to college. Why did you choose Augustana?
I guess I had a lot of people pushing me in this direction. One of my aunts works at the library, and so she was always talking to me about how such a good school it was, and so that was a big part of it. And then I met with Coach Krauth, and I really liked, just his style of play and the way I guess he is. I thought I'd really enjoy it here.
Yeah, and it's been good to have you here, Molly. Well, this year's team, another outstanding one for the Vikings. As we film this, we're 9-1. But you've been a part of other good teams here too, Molly. What do you think about this year's ball club?
This year, it just seems like it's so much fun playing with all the girls on the court. We've had a couple setbacks with Faith getting injured. She's such a great player. It's tough to lose her. But then again, we're deep enough where with Tessa coming, she's been able to step up. And we just have a lot of good team chemistry, I guess. It's fun to play, and we're very unselfish. Any different night, it could be someone else leading the team, and it's kind of we're all supporting each other.
Yeah, it's very obvious, a very close-knit group and a good team chemistry, and that's what makes it fun for everybody to watch. Molly, you're an exciting player. Fans have gotten used to watching you. You shoot the three, you go to the basket, you steal the ball. You're kind of all over the place. You've been playing, I'm sure, since you were a little squirt.
Yeah.
What do you like about the game of basketball?
I guess just growing up in my family, it's just very competitive. Me and all my cousins were pretty close in age, and anything we could make into a competition, it would be in basketball. I guess that's just kind of right up my alley then. It's really competitive, and it's fun just going out there trying to win every night, and I don't know, it's just my type of game.
Yeah, and you're really good at it. We enjoyed having you here. Let's switch gears a little bit. Your major and what you think you might want to do someday.
My major is nursing right now, and I should be graduating in the spring if everything goes right, spring semesters, and I guess just my career in nursing is what's in the future for me, and I'm excited about it. There's a lot of different options for me.
Yeah, and one interesting thing here with Molly after a medical redshirt year and the way things came out here, she actually has another year of eligibility left if she wants to take it, but still trying to decide on that.
Yeah, I'm probably going to wait till as long as possible to make my decision. It's hard. I love the games. I can picture playing again, but all the practices, I don't know, after 5 years if I could come back and do that again.
Yeah, you can. We'll get you back here. Anyway, just to finish up here, you've been around 5 years already.
Yep.
Maybe it'll be 6, we'll see. But reflect on your days at Augie as a basketball player and a student.
I guess I just couldn't be more happy with my time here at Augie. I've had my ups and downs with the injury and whatnot, but the people I've met and playing for Coach Krauth, I couldn't have asked for anything better. It's fit me perfectly, and it's been, hopefully we can have a great season this year and maybe next year if I come back.
Well, Molly, we've enjoyed having you very much. You're a great player, great part of the team, so good luck to you in the future.
Thank you.
The Augustana Sports Calendar is next. We'll be right back.
Discover German engineering and premium style in the Jetta at Graham Automotive. Starting at $15,995, the all-new 2011 Jetta has arrived. Completely redesigned, making it the largest car in its class. The all-new Jetta for 2011 includes Volkswagen's scheduled carefree maintenance. Graham Automotive and Volkswagen invite you to test drive the new 2011 Jetta today.
Graham Automotive for the ride of your life.
Here at the Better Bundle Bureau, we wanted to know the science of savings. What we discovered were massive amounts of channels and freebies. Midconet broadband with the fastest speeds known to man and unlimited local and long-distance calling. No contracts, exclusive benefits, and online account management all bundled up for only $99 a month. We've discovered the science of savings. The Theater DVR Trio from Mid-Continent Communications. The best bundle on earth.
They're not that easy to come by. The teachers who engage us. The truly gifted ones. The ones whose words stay with us for days or even years. The odds are you'll only know a few of them. Unless you go to Augustana. Then your chances are greatly improved. Augustana.
We call it the pioneer spirit. Always pushing a little farther. Always seeking something better. Today's pioneers still have it. We're creating something new. Something that will transform lives worldwide, that will redefine healthcare. We're doing it for you, with you. The pioneer spirit still lives, right here, the new Sanford Health.
The Augustana Sports Calendar is brought to you by Sanford Health.
Let's take a look at the Augustana Sports Calendar for this week. Friday, December 17th, basketball teams are on the road at the University of Minnesota Crookston, the women tipping off at 6, followed by the men at 8. Saturday, December 18th, basketball continuing on the road with women's and men's games at Minnesota State Moorhead. Next Wednesday and Thursday, December 22 and 23, we'll have Augustana Sportscene here again on this channel at the same time. And remember, for coverage of Augustana women's basketball, you can hear the Vikings on KXRB AM 1000 and worldwide on the web at kxrb.com. And Augustana men's basketball games can be heard on KIKN FM 100.5 and worldwide on the web at kikn.com. And for complete information on Augustana athletics, go to our website, goaugie.com. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me again next Wednesday or Thursday on this channel for another edition of Augustana Sportscene. Have a great week, everybody.
You've been watching Augustana Sportscene, a weekly update on NCAA Division II athletics at South Dakota's largest private college. Learn more about Augustana College in Sioux Falls at augie.edu.